Yo, what's going on everyone? It is Mike and welcome to a topic that I have been dying to do forever now, and that is Naruto Storm 3 versus Naruto Storm Revolution. Now the big question is, which one is better? And what's even more important is, which one do you like better? So we're going to go ahead and list a whole bunch of things that's different between the two games and come up with a conclusion to which one I think is better, and then I want to know what you guys think is better. So let's hop right into it.
3, 2, 1, now self-destruct.
Alright, I'm sure you guys have argued with your friends which game you liked better, just as I have. I have argued which one I thought was better, especially on the release of Naruto Storm Revolution. So this is a very controversial topic. To me, this game is really different than Storm 3. Now, for as you guys know, Storm 3 came out before Revolution. Revolution is the newest game. We all know this. So, we gotta ask ourselves, what is the biggest change from Naruto Storm 3 to Revolution? And well, you guessed it. It is the counters. Now, countering system was introduced, brand new to the Storm series with this game. It has not been anywhere in any of the past Storm games. So this was the biggest controversial topic, I think, of this whole game compared to the other Storm series, and not just Storm 3. Now, personally, I do like the counters to some extent. Now, when I'm saying some extent, that is, the counters was a good idea, but how the company CC2 incorporated it in this game was not very precisely accurate to what they're... It's complicated to where I think they didn't do it the right way, is basically what I'm trying to say. They made the stun time way too long. Now, I do realize that CC2 did release a patch a couple months ago to fix that, but honestly, they didn't really fix anything. I mean, they did fix it to shorter amount of time to where you're stunned, but not a big difference, if you get what I'm saying. I think before you were able to do 2 full combos, and now you can only do like 1.5. But some characters, some of their combos are so quick to where you can still do 2 full combos and do a combo to ultimate along with it. So it's do or die. So personally, for me, counters, good idea, but not how they put it in this game. Now, what was the reason to why they put the counter in this game, which was a great idea, is in Storm 3, in the past Storm games, they had people were aggressive players, and they would do mindless dashing. Constantly dash. So in Storm Revolution, they removed the air dash. Not really removed, it's still in the game, of course, but they nerfed it, so to say. Now the character does this weird rotation, like he moves the body and then dashes, so I guess it slows it down is what they're trying to do. Because, yes, CC2 has a point. I was actually one of the aggressive players back in Storm 3. I would dash quite a lot, and I still do dash quite a lot, it's just my playstyle. And it saves from the guard breaking constantly, is what they were getting at. But another thing they did change from Revolution was the guard jumping. There's no longer guard jumping in Revolution, except for the puppet users. The puppet users still can guard jump, which does not cause a problem for anything. I don't have any problem with the puppet users being able to guard jump at all. Now, one thing that I missed about Storm 3 was the relay cancels. Relay cancels is when you would hold the O button down on PS3, or I believe it was, what is it on, B. It's B on Xbox. Yeah, I haven't played Xbox, so I don't really know, but it is B. If you hold B, it does a relay. And that created a whole new playstyle for many players. People loved it. I loved it. You can style with it. You can be flashy with it. You can use it to extend combos, do cool combos. Really don't know why they removed it. That was amazing, and I would love to have it back, but it's not going to happen. So I do like Storm 3 for that. Now, the biggest thing that I know is bothering everyone in Storm Revolution is the ranking system. Oh my gosh, I can go on and on about how much I cannot stand the ranking system in Revolution. It is literally to the point to where CC2 made the becoming a hero rank in that game to influence rage quitters. Not only that, CC2 put a limit of 255 rage quits a person can do, and it doesn't add up anymore after that. So they haven't yet punished rage quitters at all. I remember in Storm 3, you can rage quit 1,000 times and it will show on your player card. So you would want to, stay away from that player or whatever. But CC2, still, I'm hoping for Storm 4 that they do incorporate something for rage quitting. Rage quitting is, always been a problem for any fighting game. Majorly this one, I would say. And they need to figure out some way to punish it. But that's off topic. So, Storm Revolution, basically almost nearly impossible to become hero unless you rage quit or hack the game to some way to where you get BP. And Storm 3, basically, if you played it continuously, and you got, I think it was like 3 million battle points, you finally get the hero, which I like. I wouldn't mind in Storm 4 if they actually, increased it. Maybe 10 million BP you have to get in order to become hero, but it's still possible to get BP. That's just crazy to me how it's really hard to become hero. Now, Storm 3 had a lot of problems that Revolution has indeed fixed. Let's go for the frame rate drops. Now, frame rate was a big problem. Like when you're playing with, especially team battle online on Storm 3, you would experience the frame rates dropping. Especially if you had attack supports and all the characters are on the field at the same time. It literally feels like you're playing in slow motion. It was terrible. Revolution actually fixed it. There is some points to where Revolution does have a couple minor frame rate drops that I have noticed, but nothing major to where Storm 3 was. So we're going to have to give Revolution credit for that. But then again, it is a new game, and that is expected for them to fix stuff like that. Now, another big change from Storm 3 to Revolution was the types. In Revolution, we have 3 different types. We got the Ultimate type, Awakening type, and Drive type. Now, back in Storm 3, all 3 of these types were in one. They weren't separated. You didn't have to pick. You just had all 3 of them. I personally, I'm hesitant to choose on this because either way, I don't really mind. Storm 3, I liked it a little bit better because you had all 3 types, so it made the game more interesting. But then again, it made the game more unbalanced, and I see how CC2 is trying to improve on balancing this, the newer games they're coming out with. So they decided to split it up. So in Revolution, Ultimate Jutsu type is not bad. Awakening type is okay. I don't really have any problem with any Awakenings. There's a couple of characters that do need to be nerfed during Awakening. The 3rd Hokage, Chiyo's, Danzo. A lot of other players that still need nerfed. But of course, in any fighting game, there are going to be more characters that are stronger than each other. But hence that, there is the Drive type. And the Drive type is the most powerful of all 3 of them. They made it to where it's harder to, it's a fighting game. And when you have defensive supports, you can't really fight. You guys know what I'm talking about. And then when you have the attack support, it does knockbacks. And in Storm 3, when you got knocked back, you had an opportunity to sacrifice one of your supports for a little bit of damage to save yourself. Revolution doesn't do that no more. So in the knockbacks, you just keep knocked back and forth. You can get juggled in the air. It doesn't matter. You're still going to get damaged, and you still get knocked back. So Drive type needs a lot of nerfing. I don't know. I think I heard in Storm 4 they are going to put it all back together or remove Drive type for whatever. I don't remember. I got to go back and look at the news. But let's go ahead and continue. So let's go on to what Revolution has brought that's bad. So far, I know I've said a lot of good things about Revolution, but I've also said a lot of good things about Storm 3. But now that we have this counter system in this game is what's bothered so many people and bothered a lot of my friends and my subscribers, to where this counter is making it seem like it's a waiting game. Personally, I know when I see somebody attack me not attack me. I attack them, and it's early in the game or whatever, and they already start with a counter. I'm hesitant. I'm hesitant to attack. I'm sitting there like, okay, should I attack now? Should dash more carefully? A lot of people are like, yeah, that's the point. You can't just mindlessly dash anymore. You need to be smart and play smart. But the problem is with me, why should I be scared to attack somebody in a fighting game? Yes, mindless dashing was a thing, but it wasn't hard to overcome. You can't be hesitant in a fighting game. If someone's coming at you hardcore, you need to go hardcore back. You shouldn't be running away or doing whatever. Don't be scared to fight in a fighting game. I do understand people took it to extreme limits in Storm 3 where dashing was crazy and you did have O-mashers. O-mashing is still a thing, and oh my gosh, I do think counters sometimes for that, like a Mifune player or a Hanzo player. It feels good, you're sitting there mashing to counter them. But in Storm 3, I've overcome it. You just learn how to overcome it. That's the point of a fighting game. You have to learn the mechanics and learn how to overcome it. Either somebody's spamming, running away, throwing shuriken all day, guard jumping. You learn to figure a way around it. Counters is the same way as well. I do agree there is ways around it. But to an experienced player, if that experienced player counters you just one time, to do a combo again, and right before it runs out into a team ultimate or a regular ultimate, and literally that's a whole bar of your health. And even more if they have an attack up item or they put a defense down item on you. So there needs to be a nerf for the counters to a really big extent. I like the idea. I do like the idea, but I don't want to be scared to attack somebody. Now, I haven't really had a problem when I'm playing ranked matches. I'll have a whole bunch of really counter whores. But when I'm playing with friends, blah, 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 I don't mind if you do a counter and then do a jutsu or a grab or just do one combo or something like that. But when you're doing combos and ultimates, combos and blah, 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 endless days, and keep doing counters over and over and over again, it's not a fighting game. They need to incorporate where this counter knocks you back or stuns you for just as long as the guard break pill. That's it. Guard break pill, I have no problem with that new feature in this game. I have no problem at all. So they could do something like that, or have a limit, like we have a sub bar. We can have a counter bar, 2 counters a game, 3 counters a game. Use it wisely. If you miss, you miss. You fucked up, you fucked up. So there's a lot of different things. I can go on a whole nother discussion video about that. But now I know you guys are waiting for my opinion. So, what game does Mike like more? Honestly, I had more fun playing Naruto Storm 3. Now, which one do I like better? I'm not sure. Both of them have their ups and downs. I kind of wish they just stayed with the Storm 3 mechanics and just improved them and, added a couple new things. But they're aiming for a whole new gameplay design with the counter system, which is understandable. I get it. So I'm leaning more towards Storm 3, but don't get me wrong, I am starting to enjoy Revolution. Counters in the very beginning did bother me. Now I'm just kind of learning how to, I guess just because of my playstyle from back then. But hey, guys, I am going to leave down in the comments one comment saying Naruto Storm Revolution and one comment saying Naruto Storm 3. Now this is how you're going to do your vote. You're going to like one of those comments. So if you like Naruto Storm 3 better, like up my Naruto Storm 3 comment. You like Naruto Storm Revolution better, like up Naruto Storm Revolution. Okay? And I guess that's about it. I'd like to see which one would win. This should be very interesting. Guys, don't forget to leave in the comments what you guys think of the game and tell me why you like what game. And don't just do some detail. Tell me the pros and cons, or Mike, stop being stupid, Revolution is better, or Mike, Storm 3 is better. let me know. I really genuinely want to know. But, we'll never know which game is technically better. We just have to wait for the next game, and then we'll find more things about the next game to complain about, or what we like and what we don't like. So, guys, please don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this discussion. And as always, stay sexy. Take care. Peace.